Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, down on the corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, April 1st, 2019. It's 7 a.m. Good morning, everybody.
We can do this with a little more enthusiasm. I mean, all of a sudden, Bob gets here and he's like, it's Monday. Woohoo. You're always on fire. You're like Bob says, you're jumping up in the air and it's fire. It's Monday.
Okay.
Okay,
Your point is?
I'm just saying.
It's Monday.
Oh, jeez.
You knew it was coming, Bob. Now, come on.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Bob Recktenwald. Today, of course, Bob Recktenwald Sports Day. How's everybody doing? Good weekend?
Yeah.
Yep.
When's it start?
Yeah, when's the weekend start? I had a busy weekend.
Yeah. Just tell me when it starts. We'll be excited.
One day just rolls into another, so it's
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hey, I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing. Brewed Awakening Coffee with 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. Balmer Boulevard, which will be getting busy here between now and 8 o'clock. We got 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness and Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, just drinking muddy water.
I still say the other one's better.
The other one, we don't need to be saying live on the air. Thank you. We can keep moving.
What other one's better?
If you're not drinking brewed, you may be getting...
The muddy water.
I got to mute this.
We go get in trouble.
If you're not drinking brewed, you might be getting hosed.
Who gave him a key?
Dell, get control of this conversation real quick.
Hey, I bet you the sponsor likes it.
Tanked. It's a good thing he's not able to watch right now. He's making lots of coffee on Balmer Boulevard right now. Anyway, Mike and his staff do a great job. Check out Brewed Awakening and all the different blends and flavors and styles of coffees, mochas, lattes, espresso, whatever, they've got it. Check them out. 3 locations to serve you. Appreciate Mike and his staff and sponsoring the show for so many years. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes brings you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anybody there's going to be able to help you. And pre-plan, like Bob's client one time says, have Dale talk about pre-planning. So we started doing that. Give them a call. It's never too early to plan ahead. And so talk to Chris, Bruce, Charlotte. Anyone down at Roller is going to be able to help you. 29
So here's the question. Okay. Have you pre-planned? Because the way you drink that coffee, you might want to
You know what they say on the internet? The more coffee you live longer. You know the internet's true all the time.
Regular coffee. Not coffee you stick a spoon in, you pull it up, and all you have left is the stem of the spoon.
Not yet.
All right.
Have you?
Practice what you preach.
Have you?
No.
I think we're tied in that ball game anyway.
Oh, you don't want to talk about ball games because...
Which one you talking about now?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, don't get him off on
Here we go.
I'll never get through the sponsorships by 7:15.
We may have to come back to this because I actually want to see this.
Let me get back on track. Roller Funeral Homes across the state. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee, and, of course, right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, once again, I pray for those people affected by the flooding in North and Mid-Missouri. And, Lord, many fields normally used for planting a crop are still underwater. I pray you help the farmers as they deal with the flooding, and soon it could affect our farmers in East Arkansas. Lord, overall, I just want to pray for our farmers, agri-professionals, that they are successful this year, whether it's crop, poultry, cattle, or even timber. I pray you grant them success, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
brace yourself. He's getting better.
The weather.
I need to find him a kazoo. It's safer.
You need to get a new battery for your hearing aid.
What?
If you think that's getting better, you have a problem.
Hey, that's my one spotlight. I'm gonna take it and run with it. I'm gonna own it.
We wish you would run with it.
That was me. I'm
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team.
Continue to run.
Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. Give them a call. 870-405-0793. Be sure to check out retiretoarkansas.net. It's time for the live shot looking at the White River this morning. A little bit of fog on the horizon there, but you still see the beautiful White River as you look into the city of Cotter.
That may be frost in the camera lens.
Boy, it could be. I'll tell you. Over to the upper left would be the Missouri state line. Over to the upper right, the City of Mountain Home. Right there you see Cotter Park and see the White River coming through. Now this live shot is available 24/7 when you go to retiretoarkansas.net. And once again, Bob and Linda Zazora, very professional in what they do. They will steer you down the right road, whether you're buying, selling, whatever it may be. Call them today at 870-405-0793. Good friends, very professional, and can't thank them enough for this live shot every day that we get to put on the air.
Does the river look a little bit up to you?
It does look high.
Does it? Are they generating? I haven't heard.
Oh, sure. Look how far the water goes up on the.
Yeah, it's true.
Up the tree line.
Yep. That's right. Once again, morning weather is brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs. Give them a call, 870-405-0793.
Let me help you get back on track.
Trying to.
I'll help you real quick.
I noticed that.
Here's the weather report. It's cold.
It's cold.
32 degrees in Mountain Home, 29 at Flippin, 31 in Harrison. Yellow checks in at 29. Salem at 30. Calico Rock at 32. Mountain View at 28. Around the region, St. Louis at 29. Poplar Bluff at 31. West Plains at 30, Branson at 32, and Watford City, North Dakota is just not too far behind us at 27 degrees.
It was 27 degrees this morning when I left the house.
Is that right? So it's warmed up a little bit.
It's warmed up.
What time? What, 3 o'clock, 3:30?
No, it was after that, but
Oh,
I didn't even pay attention what time I actually got on the road today.
Really? On the national radar, there's not much going on in the middle part of the country. We'll start on the West Coast, a little bit in California, Oregon, and Washington. Montana and the Dakotas, on the western end of the Dakotas, have a little bit going on right there. In Texas and Oklahoma, some precipitation starting to show up there. In the panhandle of Florida, across the southern part of Georgia. And that's about it for the national scene. Well, there's a little bit up there in New York, but they can have it up there in New York. Anyway, Little Rock radar stop. There we go. All highways in Arkansas are clear at this time. 62, 412, east and west. Highway 65, Little Rock to Branson in good shape. I better get 167, 67 in there. Batesville and Poplar Bluff, looks like it's all right. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas, clear at this time. Well, looky, there's a little bit right over there just west of I-49 popping up right there. What do you know about that? Back out and take a look at state of Missouri. We'll hit the St. Louis radar. I-70 Columbia into St. Louis is clear. I-70 east to Vandalia, Effingham in good shape. Interstate 64 East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon. Looks like it's all right. I-24 coming into Interstate 57 south of Carbondale, Illinois in good shape. Interstate 55 Sykes and Cape Girardeau to St. Louis. No problems there. And of course you see Lebanon, Rolla all the way into St. Louis on I-44. Southwest Missouri will start off in Tulsa. A little bit to the east, southeast of Tulsa, right there, and that's that little strip that's coming in just north of Fort Smith, west of I-49. Other than that, I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon in good shape, Kansas City, I-70 to Columbia. Looks like it's in pretty good shape as well. And we'll take a look at the national forecast map. We're under a freeze warning right now. It's northern Arkansas, well, it's most of Arkansas, two-thirds of Arkansas, northeast Oklahoma, all of Tennessee, northern Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, parts of North Carolina, Kentucky, back into West Virginia with this freeze warning till 9 a.m. this morning.
It's a great day of spring, isn't it?
Boy, it's spring, ain't it? My golly, looky there. And, of course, we got the flood watch along the Mississippi River. The Missouri River comes into the Mississippi north of St. Louis, around St. Charles area, I think. And there's still some flooding concerns for, West Memphis, farther south. So we'll keep that in mind. Today, freeze warning until 9 a.m. Today, we have increasing clouds, about a high of 51. Tonight, a low of 34. But tomorrow, sunny, 67 degrees. Tuesday night, 43. Wednesday, a high of 71. Then Wednesday night, we have a 70% chance of showers with a low of 51. Thursday, a high of 64. More showers around the 70% chance on Thursday night. A little bit of shower or thunderstorm activity and a 20% chance of low of 49. I got a frog that won't hop today. Ribbit. Anyway, Arkansas, Missouri. Excuse me 1 second. Arkansas, Missouri. Drought monitors. Of course, they update every Thursday. Of course, with all the flooding conditions, there's no drought situations. But check I-Drive Arkansas. All the highways seem to be in pretty good shape. No rain, no thunderstorms popping up there, and same thing in Missouri, other than the fact that I-29 has still got some flooding. Mile marker 57 at St. Joe. That's in northwest Missouri. Then US 61 at Alexandria, also due to flooding. That's in east Missouri, going up towards Hannibal. Oh, goodness. Don't you love springtime allergies?
Well, no.
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 Morning weather is brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. Call them at 870-405-0793. Check the White River once again. What a shot. Wow. A little bit more fog moving in towards Gasville right there. See it? I think that fog level is getting a little bit thicker out there.
It is.
Yep, it sure is. All right, once again, Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, call them at 870-405-0793.
He's getting all choked up.
Oh, man. Retired to Arkansas.net. Do it on live TV. You have to take this for now because I can't talk.
I'm going to reposition the sign a little bit because it's set up for 2 people instead of 3. There we go. All right. Community calendar brought to you by the Old Time Restaurant. Let's see, for breakfast, it's chicken fried steak day all day. Doesn't matter breakfast or lunch. Breakfast, chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, biscuit and gravy, toast, all for just $6.88. Or you got chicken fried steak with 2 sides or roll or cornbread for lunch. So stop by, give Amanda a hard time, grab you a piece of pie, enjoy life a little bit, have some fun.
Best breakfast, best lunch in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m.
There you go.
Had a great time Saturday morning. Quilting and evolving fabric art. Take a tour of quilting from history to new tours.
Me and Bob are looking at each other saying, is he going to make it through this?
He had what I was wondering about was he had a good time on Saturday morning quilting and quilting and involving fabric art, and I'm going,
I got 2.5 minutes to get through because I'm going to sneeze again. Okay. From the history of traditional quilting, new tools and directions. History Week is April 15th through 27. New tools April 29th through May 11, and new directions May 13th through 25. The Mountain Home Christian Academy, let's see, they'll be doing, where's that other page on that? There it is right there. They're doing Mary Poppins Jr. on April 27th and 28th. April 27th at 7 p.m., April 28th at 2 p.m. at Dunbar. Free admission, but donations are appreciated. And the biggie, Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball, scheduled for Friday, May 10th for the Night with Your Knight, and Saturday evening, May 11th, 2019, Father-Daughter Ball. That's a big fundraiser for them. How you like my, that's my...
We don't want to know what that is.
Cell phone holder.
Oh, okay.
Tobias Pugsley gave that to us. You got anything, Scooter?
Nope.
Nope. Bob, any community counter events?
No.
Nope. Anyway. All right. Well, I guess we're going to go to break early here. Let's take a look at the White River one more time, then. We got time between my coughing, hacking, and sneezing. Look at the fog rolling in now over Cotter Park. Look how much more fog we've got on the upper left-hand side.
Once the sun gets up, though, it'll burn it off.
It'll burn it off, yeah.
Is the sun going to visit us today?
It's looking pretty good out
like
the front window right now. Yeah.
It might not be here long, but it looks like it's trying to.
Give the Z Team a call today at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net.
You know, you were talking about earlier in your prayer, you mentioned the farmers. And,
yeah.
You know, they say over 1 million cattle have been destroyed from the snow in Nebraska. You know, there's a lot of feedlots up that way.
There is.
How? Over 1 million?
That's what they said. Yep, heard it on the radio driving over the weekend.
Man, wow, that's terrible.
But you can imagine what that's going to do to the price of beef.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Milk.
Yep. You are kidding. Wow. I had no idea.
Big caravans of round bales of hay going across I-44 and I-40 yesterday, leaving out and headed that way.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty remarkable seeing farmer after farmer just pitching in to do what they can do. And right now, they're not sure what they can do. Won't be much of a corn crop this year.
Yeah, they were talking about from I-70 north, you know, especially that northwest corner of Missouri. I said, well, it's just we can't do anything. You know, it's underwater, and so the Missouri corn crop is probably gone. Hopefully, Illinois and Iowa. Anyway, let's take a break, Scooter. We'll be right back. Bob Recktenwald Sports coming up.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Time for Bob Recktenwald Sports.
That is what you call throwing the ball.
Yeah, there you go, Bob. It's all yours.
Because you know, Scooter, he don't want to talk about Cardinal baseball.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so talk Cardinal baseball.
They suck. Oh.
Well,
short and sweet.
And that's the end of that conversation.
Yep, that's the end of it. Hey, did you build an NCAA tournament bracket this year?
No.
Have you ever done one?
No.
I did one for the first time. My nephew has a bunch of folks do it, and it's kind of fun, and you track and watch, and yeah, mine's gone.
Yours is toast. Huh?
Mine was gone. Half of it was gone the first week. Yeah. But the Final Four is Texas Tech, Michigan State, Auburn, and Virginia.
Wow.
First time Auburn's ever been in.
And that means Duke and Kentucky and North Carolina, the normal.
Gonzaga.
And Gonzaga
gone.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, I just, whenever I hear Duke and North Carolina, Kentucky, I just forget it. But now,
I had Duke to win it playing Kentucky because they've been the powerhouse all year, you know. And I don't pay a lot of attention to college basketball other than Razorbacks, but they fired Mike Anderson last week.
Is it a rumor that Corliss Williamson's coming?
I think that's just somebody being stupid.
Oh, okay.
A day early for April Fools, I think.
Uh-huh.
Why would Corliss Williams come here to be a coach? He's not a coach. He's a player. He's an ex-player.
What years was he at Fayetteville?
Mid-80s? No.
Late 80s, 90s?
Wasn't he part of the championship team?
94?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I
don't follow.
I don't see him. I don't see him being college coach material. I mean, he's a good guy. He's been a great player, but I don't see it.
Didn't he opt out early for NBA? Didn't he go early after that? Wasn't he a junior in that 94 season?
I don't think you could opt that early back then. I think
Maybe
that's
not.
something that's happened since the 2000s. And I wish they'd quit it.
Yeah.
Because it ruins a lot of good teams.
It sure does.
Pretty quick. But they're afraid they're going to get hurt, so they don't want them to continue on. Crazy.
So who's the Final Four now? Texas? I'd go for Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, Michigan State,
Virginia.
Auburn, and Virginia. Now, I had Virginia playing Kentucky in the semis.
Huh.
But they pulled through. They ended up beating them. But, it's long and drawn out. Basketball is one of them things. The NBA is about to finish, and before football season's over, they'll be started back up again. It's just too long.
Yeah.
Tell me about your nationals. Are you prepared? Kids prepared?
They are. They've been working hard. We've been pushing really hard this year. They seem to be mentally ready for it. We've got a good group of kids. We'll be leaving out on I'll be leaving out on Friday. We got some kids any of the high school kids will have to weigh in on Friday night, and then they will wrestle on Saturday.
And that is where?
That is in Independence.
Which is where? Kansas City?
Right outside of Kansas City. It's almost part of Kansas City anymore. You can't tell where you went from one to the other. Yeah. It just kind of all flows together.
And wrestling actually starts Saturday morning?
It starts Saturday morning.
With the high school teams?
With the high school. And it will run all day. And then Saturday night, the youth will weigh in, and Sunday they will wrestle all day.
Anticipated number you think will be there?
Oh, I'm going to guess 3,000 wrestlers.
High school and youth?
Mm-hmm.
3,000 wrestlers?
Mm-hmm.
6 mats?
Oh, no, they'll have like 20 mats going at one time. And then they've got 2 arenas, and the second arena they keep for basically it's challenge matches. So if you get eliminated early, you still go there and get some mat time and enjoy. I mean, it's a lot of money for a 2 and out, so you get an option of keep wrestling. And Austin usually goes over there on Friday and finds some high school kids and kind of gets warmed up and does a few challenge matches and gets ready for Sunday.
The Mountain Home JV softball team was victorious over Gainesville last week. The Academy team pulled off 2 wins against Gainesville last week. If you want to watch some good softball, come watch that Academy team. There is no superstars. All those girls play to keep a position. I mean, they play their hearts out. And they do a very good job cycling through some pitchers, to get everybody a little bit of experience at pitching. It was a good time. We watched them Thursday night, and it was fun to watch. The JV team did a really good job against Gainesville. When you've got a feeder program like this academy has started off to be, that's going to mean good results for the high school. Now, the high school will play this week. They play tomorrow, and then they'll play again. They have two games tomorrow, I believe, against Jonesboro, 2 varsity games. Then they have 2 JV games on Wednesday. I can't remember who the opponent is, but it's 2 games on Wednesday for the JV team. Baseball is fun. Softball's funner.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. The boys' baseball team's doing a good job, too, this year, though.
Are they?
Yeah, got to give them credit. They're playing real well.
I do know there's a, just to get the information out there, there's 7th grade
I'm just going to throw that
track
out.
meet tonight. Oh, to go ahead.
That's all I knew about it.
It's going to start at 3:30, I believe, and they'll start the pole vaulting and stuff like that, and then the running, I think, is going to start at like 4:30.
Yeah, field events start at 3:30.
Yeah.
Track events start at 4:30. Now that is a added meet, I believe, is what Coach Pinker was telling us. It's going to be some of those that don't get to travel, they'll get to compete locally. They're going to bring some schools in to compete.
It should be a fun track meet. It really should.
Yeah, be a good time.
It's going to be a little chilly.
We're going to be a little more than a little chilly.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of wild. But
it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know right now. Supposed to have some guests here at 7:30. You want to take us to a break? I'm going to give them a call and see if they're still coming.
You got it. We'll be right back.
This could be a long day.
Yeah, we're good. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Hi, it's Bob and Linda Zadora. We're the Z team at Century 21 Lemac Realty. We'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
If you want the best
Well, that was an extra long break.
That was. It's all right. We're good to go now.
We've got with us this morning Coach Dell Leonard, but today he's not the girls' basketball coach. Today he's the head golf coach.
Correct.
And we were supposed to have Matt Martin with us this morning. He is the president of the Bomber Booster Club, but Matt had something come up, wasn't able to come. What we wanted to talk about this morning is that upcoming fundraiser golf tournament that y'all are going to put on.
April the 20th, Bomber Booster Club golf tournament. It's a 3-man scramble, $100 per person. That includes the price of mulligans and the putting contest, which you can win a really big package. So there's a lot of whole prizes. Of course, it's out at Big Creek Golf and Country Club. They're so good to us at the high school, and it's last year we weren't able to have it. I believe weather caused us to not have the tournament last year, and then we just had a hard time finding a date. So we actually are 2 years out, had to skip last year, but this is one of our biggest fundraisers, and hopefully get a lot of people to come out and have a good time and support our athletes. We'll have a lot of Mountain Home high school athletes out at the course just shaking hands and introducing, maybe have a table set up where we're handing out schedules and different little things like that going on.
What exactly is a 3-man scramble?
Well, it's if me and you and Scooter played, then we would each tee off, and then whichever shot we liked the best, we would just play from there, and then you just take the best score going in. All three of you get to swing the club each time, and then you just get, you can put up some pretty good scores.
You just play the best lie every time.
That's right. Play the best lie every time. So.
And a mulligan is how many mulligans are you giving for your sign up?
Each player can get one mulligan for the round. So we could all, that's included with the fee. So if I putt one from 3 feet and I feel like I just didn't have the right line, and I know I can save us a stroke,
cash in on it,
and then I'll say I'm going to use my mulligan and I'll putt it again. Hopefully I make it, then it'd be great use of a mulligan, save a stroke. If not, then I've wasted my mulligan. So
no extras are available?
Not supposed to be, but there might be.
If Scooter and I put a team together, we may have to buy a bucket full of mulligans.
There might be a little confusion about how many mulligans people can use, but hopefully everybody will use integrity and use just one.
And how many people do you anticipate being involved?
We have a maximum of 36 teams, so that's 360 people. And Big Creek does a great job. Todd Dunaway does a great job of squeezing as many in as he can, because it is a fundraiser, you know. And so we'll try to get 36 teams in there, and if we can get 36, that's great.
And tee off is when?
1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, April the 20th. And of course, that's Easter weekend. You know, the 21st Sunday is Easter Sunday. So we're hoping to get good weather and get it in Saturday. But if something happens where we can't, then we will go the next Saturday, which will be the 27th for the makeup date.
When does golf season start for your high school team?
Well, generally, you know, hopefully we've got all of our kids, as the weather's warming up now, that they're playing now and getting out on their own more. Golf, more than any other sport that I know of, there's so much individual accountability of getting out and working on what you know you need to work on. We'll mess around. I say mess around. We'll call some practices, some in the summer. I have learned after doing it for 5 years that you can call all the practices you want, and you know, early on you may end up with 80-something kids, boys and girls, and that's kind of hard to organize anything. And then you don't want to get in the way of what Big Creek's trying to do out there and get in the way of players that are trying to play. So I've learned that, you know, we can have a meeting and introduce it, talk about being on the golf team, what it takes, answer any questions with kids or parents, talk about standards, expectations, all those other things, academics. But ultimately, they're gonna either qualify themselves or they're gonna cut themselves by the time they spend working on it. Now, I don't believe in. We've never cut a freshman. You know, we want kids that have never played, if they have a desire to play, to come out and play. And we've never cut a freshman. Last year actually was the first cut we ever had. But we want interest, but we don't cut freshmen. But definitely from the time you're a freshman until you become a sophomore, and you know, each year you need to level up and show improvement with your game. And that means that you need to be getting lessons from golf pros. That means that you need to be going out and taking what you learned from those lessons, or what you learned on the high school team the previous season. You need to be working on that on your own and getting better.
But when does the actual season start for you?
Next fall. We'll play in August, actually play a match.
It actually starts before school does.
Yeah, and we don't have the season locked down on an actual, you know, schedule yet. We just know, you know, that's something that actually starts this week. We start to call and set that up, and I believe you can play 12 matches, not including postseason play. So, in some of those you might be able to play in a tournament where it's a 2-day tournament, so you're getting a 2-for-1 type deal. But it goes quick, and you do lose some matches due to weather.
Are the kids encouraged to go out and play other places than Big Creek?
Oh, sure, yeah. We've got several kids that play at Twin Lakes. Just right now off the top of my head, I can think of 2 kids that live over there right by Twin Lakes, and they play there all the time. And I think that's good, just because, you know, you're not just going to play the same course every time. And you know, we're going to play on the road half of our matches, and we'll have dads that'll take their kids and just go on a little weekend trip and go play another course, especially if it may be the course that our district tournament's going to be held at, or the state tournament's going to be held at. We do that a lot. Of course, obviously, getting to play Big Creek a lot is such a luxury, because we have the best practice facility around. We have a driving range, full driving range. We have a chipping green, and we have a putting green. And then you look at last year, freshman, now going to be sophomore, Ripken Finley, Rob and Nikki Finley bought an indoor simulator. So now some of our kids have been going up to Rob's warehouse and getting some instruction from a couple of pros who, I think, well, for sure one pro who came in from Bentonville, and just working with our kids during the winter. So there's every possibility that our kids can have to get better. I don't want to word that by saying there's no excuses, but really there isn't. So
when your season starts, it is 9th grade through 12th grade that compete, or is it 10th through 12th?
9th through 12th, and you get 4 years of eligibility. And if you're good enough to contribute to the varsity team as a freshman, then you're playing. And now we will play 5 varsity kids and 5 JV kids. And, last year we had the luxury of nobody's locked in at either 5. If a JV kid plays really well and their average score-wise, it might bump somebody down and bump somebody up. But golf, to me, is the most simple sport to decide, okay, who are the 5 varsity going to be, because it's just an accumulation of what have you shot. You keep up with that in matches, you keep up with it in practice, and if you're averaging a 71 and I'm averaging 75, then you're going to be one ahead of me as far as the rankings go. And we just rank them 1 through 5 varsity, and then 6 through 10 for JV. And we go like that.
What schools close to us have golf teams?
The most competitive is Harrison. You also have Flippin and Cotter and several of the small schools around here. Now, they may not be able to field an entire team, but most of the time they will, because you can play 4 boys. You can play 5 boys now and take 3 scores. 5 girls take 3 scores. So you only have to have 3 to have a team. And we will play against Cotter and Flippin and some of the other schools as far as JV matches. Salem traditionally is strong enough that we'll play them in varsity both ways. Valley Springs, we play them. Of course, we play Harrison 2 times a year, sometimes 3. And then we have that first part of August, the big tournament we have there at Big Creek, the Ultimate Auto Group golf tournament, and it has grown and grown and grown, and we have the best teams and the best players in the state that will come over and play, and that's usually that week of school starting or the week before school starting. This year it's going to be on August the 6th and the 7th.
Does Flippin and Cotter also practice at Big Creek?
They have one year that I know of. There for years. You remember the old course out by the dam,
River Cliff.
Yeah, River Cliff, and it's shut down recently. So I'm not sure what they're doing. I think they've been at Big Creek. I know Cotter was one year. It's bounced around a little bit, but I know Big Creek is very, very open, trying to help the youth as much as they can.
Is the conference for golf any different than it is for, say, basketball or football?
Everything is the same conference-wise. Football is different, but every other sport's the same.
But do all the schools have golf?
Every school in our conference does.
Every school does.
Every school in our conference does. Jonesboro and Nettleton, Marion, West Memphis, Greene County Tech, Paragould, and Searcy.
And when will they decide where that conference meet?
They've already decided. It's on a rotation system, and it'll be at Jonesboro. And I can't remember the name of the course that it's at over there right now, but it is at Jonesboro this coming year. Last year it was at West Memphis. This year it'll be at Jonesboro. And that's a rotating system with the district tournament. State tournament, you have to bid on it. And usually we'll get at least one state tournament here, either the boys or the girls.
Where did I read somewhere that you had a previous player do well in a tournament this past week, Leah Rowe?
Yeah. I have not read that, but Leah has been playing at University of Arkansas Monticello, and she was a senior my first year at Mountain Home, and she's had a lot of success at UAM.
Yep, she apparently did really well.
Good. I'll have to read that and text her.
Yep. Scooter, take us to a break. We'll come back with Coach Dell Leonard. We're talking about the Mountain Home golf team, and we'll recap about the tournament that they have coming up in April.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
We're back live with Coach Dell Leonard, and we're talking about Mountain Home Golf. You believe it or not, it's just around the corner.
It is. It's around the corner. You know, the Bomber Booster Club golf tournament is a great event to kind of. There'll probably be the diehards playing before that, but it's a good event to people get out and get the clubs out of the garage and get out and play. And there'll be a lot of people who are just Bomber fans that just want to support the kids that will get out and play. That may be the only time they play. And we also have a ton of corporate sponsors that, you know, help us with the Bomber Booster Club golf tournament. And we have whole sponsors, and there's just so many people that help, because, you know, I keep emphasizing the word, this is a fundraiser, and this is not a fundraiser just for the golf team. This is a fundraiser for the entire athletic program, and that money does not go to golf. It goes to the Booster Club, and they use it to help all of our kids, all of our athletes, and then of course, you know, Big Creek allowing us to have it and helping us with the fees and things like that to where we can make money. It's all I can say is kudos to everyone involved, and it's a great event, and we need it every year, and we need to keep building on it every year. We're going to try to do a few more fun things. Used to, and we still may do this, like on hole number 17, the really tough par 3 on top of the hill. We used to have them, you know, you could drive up in your cart, and like I said, if me and you and Scooter are playing, and we can pay $10 a team and draw a card, and that card puts us right on the green, but it's either going to be like a 2-foot putt, a 5-foot putt, or a 15-foot putt. So you're basically paying to draw for a birdie. If you can get one. And a lot of people, if they don't get the 2-foot putt on the first draw, they'll pay again. And then some people will go ahead and pay and go ahead and tee off so they can try to get a hole in one. But it's a great event. There are other things, you know, we may have our student athletes out there just handing out drinks and shaking hands and saying, I'm so-and-so, I play for the Bomber football team, wanted to say thank you for playing. And so
you'll have more than just golfers out there.
Yeah, we're gonna have. You need golfers to run certain parts of it just for understanding the game itself and how to score. But the other athletes, for PR, public relations purposes, we'll have them out there just, I don't know, smiling, shaking hands, and letting people know how much they appreciate them.
Well, you know, that's a big thing when you've got such a large fundraiser and such a large base of student athletes like we do, it's good for them to be out glad-handing a little bit and thanking the public that supports them the way they do.
Well, we're a big school in a small community compared to the other people we play against. You throw Jonesboro, West Memphis, schools like that out there. They have so much to draw from, and sometimes our community gets hit so hard, but they still keep giving.
Right.
And it's really a great community.
Scooter, you got any wrestlers going to this?
Not that I know of. I haven't
Might have
asked
to look
them.
into that.
I may have to look into that. I'm not sure. I'll find out.
I'll get back to you on that.
They'll definitely have the opportunity. I mean, whether or not they play or not, if they just want to come out and shake hands and say their name and what sport they play, they're more than welcome.
Coach, what about a feeder program for the golf teams?
Well,
what do you have for a feeder program?
The number one and really the only feeder program we have is Todd Dunaway's junior golf program out at Big Creek, and it's a good one. And he runs it, and then he has a lot of the members. And maybe a member has a child playing at that time and they're a good golfer, he'll have them help. But he does that, and I look back 5 years ago and thinking about, watching them practice and watching him work with them and thinking, well, that kid's probably going to be pretty good. And then lo and behold, here comes a Sidney Chinskowski who, is going to be our top golfer next year, was our top golfer last year. Her and Kinsey Collins were kind of, 1A and 1B back and forth. And we'll play at the next level if she chooses to do so. And it's hard if you don't have a parent that's familiar with golf. My number one experience and knowledge is that if someone has a dad that played golf, then they're going to be interested.
Yeah, good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah. And exactly, and then there's those that have great hand-eye coordination. If they've never been exposed to it or they've never been around it, and they just go out and try it cold turkey, they're going to be intimidated. It's such a hard sport. But most of the kids that we have, I would say 95% of them had some kind of a nudge or encouragement because dad played or grandpa, or they were in Todd's youth program.
What age does he start that youth program at Big Creek?
Oh my gosh, it's young. It's really young. I hate to say it because I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong, but I'm going to take a guess and say first grade.
Yeah, I was going to say my nephew's son played with him out there and still plays.
Yeah,
and he was I think first grade when he started playing.
Yeah, and I think that Todd's one that, hey, I know your starting point is 6 years old, but I've got a 5-year-old that's advanced a little bit for a 5-year-old, and he's going to let him come. He's just trying to grow the game. It's back when you guys remember that when Tiger was really young and took off, that's when golf took off, and when we were growing up, golf really wasn't cool to play, and it became cool to play. And then what TV has done with golf, and then I think in 2008 when the economy bellied up, it really took a nosedive just because it can be expensive.
Golf has the mystique of, or did when I was a kid, it has the mystique of being the elite person's game.
The stigma. Yeah,
you can't play golf because your dad's not a lawyer. You can't play golf because your dad's not a doctor.
I think that's 100% accurate. And you look at the First Tee program that the state of Arkansas is doing along with other programs, and then Todd, he's not going to turn anybody away, and we're trying to get away from that stigma. And it may be there, but whatever we can do to let any kid know that if they want to play golf, there's an opportunity.
Yeah, don't let money keep you from doing it.
Don't let money keep you from...
Don't let daddy's title, mama's title keep you from doing it.
And that's the way I think that sometimes just sports in general can get that stigma. I really do. But because of the, golf has the country club tied to it and things like that, it does get that stigma. But if you want to play golf, there's people that will make that happen.
We hear it all the time. I know Scooter does. I know I do. We hear it all the time. Well, my son is a good football player or a good basketball player, but the only reason he doesn't get to play is because this, or because that. You know, and I'm sure you, as a coach, you deal with it all the time.
I don't hear it, but other people probably
hear it's there.
Yeah.
You know it's there.
Yeah. I tend to try to play the best players. I really don't care what their parents do.
Exactly right.
You know,
and being involved in the youth football program as long as I have, we get a lot of parents that whine and talk about, well, he's not getting playing time. If he wants the time, he's got to put in the work. Mm-hmm. If you put in the work, you're going to get the playing time. Yep. And I don't care what sport it is, from tiddlywinks to archery. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you don't practice and you don't put in the effort, the coach is not going to look at you. Yeah. And what I see with the golf team is these kids have the desire to play, and they're going to get the chance to play. But just like any other sport out there, they're going to have to practice.
Yeah, probably more so than any other sport. And golf is one where you've got to kind of be able to be by yourself for 4, 5, 6 hours and just get out there and grind and work. I believe it's Brent Edens has a niece that comes in from Atlanta. And Brent's the golf superintendent out at Big Creek and does an outstanding job. And he's got a niece that comes in from Atlanta, and I'll get there for 8 o'clock for a practice. Maybe we've got the girls going first, and she's out there. She comes in and stays for a couple weeks with them, and she's out there working on the range or working on putting, and I'll see her down at the chipping green, and I hardly ever see her out playing. Now I think she goes out and plays because she's got a routine. Mm-hmm. And then I may get done with the girls' practice, and then the boys come in. And the entire girls' practice, she was on the putting green, and now we got the boys going, and I see her down working on chipping or pitching. And then we go eat lunch, and I look out the window, and she's down on the range working on low irons or high irons. And then, by the time may end up having to come back up there later in the day for something, and now she's getting ready to tee off and go out on the course. And it's a kid who's going to play at a very high level, and I would have to ask Brent, but I think she's going on to play in college now. But you're talking about a kid that was spending 6, 7, 8 hours a day out there. And, that's what, when we were growing up, and people today look at that and be like, oh my gosh, but I guarantee you, whatever sport we were involved in, whether it was playing baseball in the yard or basketball or football, I guarantee you we were outside for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And now it's different the way that, I guess because there's just so much competition, and you got so many kids that are, in here with their thumbs on a video game or on the phone, that you just don't see that anymore. But she gets it. She obviously, someone has guided her the right way, and that is, you want to be good and you want to get this, but there's going to be a lot of other people out there that are going to be working to get it. So you got to work. It doesn't matter if it's golf. It doesn't matter if it's, you want to be a TV analyst. Whatever it is you want to do, you got to be able to work. And I feel like that the value of hard work, and you earn what you get what you earn, is being lost in this country. And there's too many people that are sending out the message to our young people that, well, you don't have to work for this. We'll just give it to you.
Yeah, we'll excuse it away.
Yeah, we'll excuse it, or, heck, it's just, that's not life. That's not reality. The people that work the hardest are going to be the ones that are going to end up having the most success.
Yeah. So take responsibility for your own actions. Mm-hmm. Do what it takes to be the best, and continue on.
Yeah. You're not going to get anything free, contrary to what some people want to make people believe. It's not going to happen.
No.
So.
Hard work and dedication is the best way to play.
That's right.
How much time you got left, Scooter?
About a minute and a half.
About a minute and a half. Coach, in closing, wrap us up with the dates and the times of this golf tournament one more time.
Saturday, April the 20th. So we're looking at about just a little less than 2 weeks. So from this past Saturday, it'd be 2 weeks. If you're interested in playing a practice round and you get in the tournament, they'll probably set that up Friday before on the 19th. Just have to call Big Creek. It's going to be $100 per person, 3-man scramble, so $300 per team. That price includes your mulligans and entry into the putting contest, which you're going to be able to win some nice prizes there. I believe, and I don't know if we'll be able to get the same as we did last time with the putting contest, but Brad Coleman actually ended up winning the putting contest. You come off 9, you and your team putt from a certain distance. If you make it, you make the finals, then you go play your round. You come back for the finals, and whoever wins that won a $500 gift packet and
Sweet.
Different things like $50 gift certificate to get a massage, and anyway, just a whole bunch of different stuff.
Good deal. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to come visit us this morning. Best of luck with what you got going on.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for letting me promote our program and our kids.
Be back tomorrow. Bye.